Peace be with you, everyone. Welcome to my channel. My name is Trevor. Really grateful to have you here. And in today's video, I'm going to be doing a full review of this fragrance right here, L'insoumis from the house of Lalique. So L'insoumis roughly translates to as the rebellious, and I think that's a little bit of a misnomer. This fragrance is rather inoffensive, safe, daily office wear style fragrance. We'll get more into that as we go further into the review. So this is a 2016 release. Fabrice Pellegrin is the perfumer behind this one. He's also done, alongside of Olivier Cresp, the original Azara Wanted DNA. Also Lancome's Oud Bouquet, which is the niche fragrance that Shagaf Oud is attempting to clone. I have one other fragrance, Bentley Momentum Unbreakable, in my collection that Fabrice Pellegrin also had his hand in. This is actually a rather nice kind of hidden gem, versatile blue style fragrance, but it's not very shower jelly. But yeah, worth checking this one out. It's cheap enough that you can go ahead and either get a sample for really cheap, or a full bottle is not going to run you more than 30 bucks. Same thing with this fragrance right here. It is a cheapie. You can find this one for just under $30 generally. I got this tester for $25 off of Fragrance Net. So L'insoumis is classified as a neo-fougere. So fougere means fern-like, so this has elements that are very foresty, very green, very herbal, very soapy. A little bit of a shaving cream barbershop style vibe going on in here, which is the main attraction for me. The barbershop style fragrance is my favorite genre of fragrance. And then it's got a neo component, or a modernized component in here, because it's got an added rum note. And gourmand and boozy accords are somewhat what make modern fragrances modern. So you've got this wedding of two worlds, the classical timeless and the modern sort of sweet and boozy elements in here. So the overall note breakdown, I'm going to put the full picture of Fragrantica's listings over on the right panel here, but I believe in the top you've got a really nice juicy bergamot that gives a little bit of a sour tinge to the overall composition, as well as basil. So the basil is giving a bit of a mentholic style quality, a nice sharpness as well, and then it enhances the green herbal qualities. And then in the mid you've got lavender, clary sage, there's also vetiver, black pepper is in the mid, I think vetiver is in the base, alongside of patchouli, a clearwood aroma chemical, which I'm not sure exactly what that smells like. I haven't seen it in anything other than this, but I hear that it gives a little bit of an ambroxan style feel, or a push to the fragrance. So yeah, you've got vetiver, patchouli, lavender, clary sage, basil, bergamot, black pepper. A lot of these classic, and oak moss is in the base as well. So you've got the moss and the vetiver and the lavender, and that's kind of giving it its fougere backbone, and then that rum note in the top is going to be what makes it unique from other fougere fragrances. So if I had to describe what this fragrance smells like outside of just simply the note pyramid, obviously you've got a little bit of a boozy barbershop thing going on, kind of like a shaving cream with a shot of rum. Kind of maybe white rum is probably a better descriptor for this than a darker colored rum, because this does give me a little bit of more of like a tequila or a martini style vibe than like a dark, more liqueur style alcohol. Now the official advertisement for this fragrance, I think, did a good job of capturing what it smells like also, so I'll put the picture of that up here, the release from Lalique's advertisement campaign. It's sort of like a foggy forest is what this smells like. Some nice green like aspects from like the bark and the trees and the leaves and all of the foresty elements coming together with a hint of wetness. So you definitely get like a dense fog rolling in, picking up all of the herbal, woody qualities that are going on in the forest, or even just like a morning dew setting in upon like a forest scene early in the morning. Spring or autumn is going to be the setting that is encapsulating, and that's going to be when this fragrance is best worn. You know, other than the Foggy Forest and the Boozy Barbershop, this also has a little bit of a coconut sugar vibe. Like there's a slight coconutty textural feel going on in here, and like the sweetness from the rum coming together with the woody elements in here gives it a little bit of like a coconut sugar sensation, like maybe something that you would top the rim of a martini glass with. And like a little bit of a suntan lotion style texture going on as well, maybe from the vetiver. And then also on that same note, it kind of smells a little bit like a eucalyptus candle. So you've got that basil coming in with a little bit of brisk mentholic minty kind of quality, and then the creaminess that's coming in from the rum and the vetiver and the lavender, kind of that adds to the shaving cream vibe, also gives a little bit of like a eucalyptus sensation. You know, mingling with the basil, it's got a mentholy texture, and then there's like warmth coming in from the rum, so it's almost like a candle here burning, giving off a nice minty eucalyptus kind of greenery with a little bit of warmth from the burning of the wick. So yeah, so you've got a Boozy Barbershop, a Foggy Forest, coconut sugar, and a eucalyptus candle are 4 things that I could think of to describe how this fragrance smells outside of just the note pyramid. So now some comparisons in my collection to this fragrance. I feel like it is a little bit of a combination of Ferragamo's F Black and Rochas Aromatic Touch. Rochas L'Homme Aromatic Touch. So you've got like a little bit of a sour green fougere going on that this offers, and then like a peppery lavender that this has. Now neither of these 2 fragrances smells exactly identical to Linsumi, but if you took these 2 and combined them, you're going to get approximately what this smells like. I've also seen this compared to Dior Sauvage Eau de Toilette, which I don't get at all. The lavender in here isn't very prominent. It's definitely adding to an aromatic textural feel and like giving it its fougere backbone, but you know, lavender is very prominent in the scent profile of Dior Sauvage, and I don't really get that here all that much. So I wouldn't compare this in terms of its scent profile to Sauvage. Now, when and where would I wear this fragrance? So it's definitely a transitional fragrance in terms of the seasons. I think fall and spring are going to be ideal. Particularly for me, this is a springtime fragrance. The greenery in there makes it a lot more something that I want to reach for when the leaves and the trees are starting to bud and come back to life. But that foggy aspect also goes really well with early morning in the spring and fall. But you can wear this fragrance year-round. It's not going to be overly cloying in the high heat. It's actually a really good fragrance for summer nights. It's got a little bit of like a fun cocktail party kind of vibe going on with it. You know, places and settings inside that I would wear this, there's going to be school and office. Perfect for those types of occasions. You know, brunch is going to be another really good occasion to wear this fragrance, or like I said, cocktail parties are a good vibe for this fragrance. So you've got brunch, cocktail parties, school, and office are going to be the main indoor venues that this is going to be perfect for. And then who could I see wearing this? Being a neo fougere, it combines elements of classic and modern. So I think this has a little bit of an age range between 25 and 40, and the people that are younger, like 25 to 30, this is going to be great for you if you're an old soul. So you've got you know, something classical in yourself, or like you appreciate the finer things in life even though you're younger and not from an era where those finer things necessarily are prevalent. And then also, if you are a kind of like a silver fox is a good archetype for this fragrance. You're older and you've got that classical appeal in terms of your age, but you also have a youthful kind of sex appeal going on despite your age. So two people that I could think of in pop culture that kind of articulate or sell this fragrance very well. If you're familiar with the Umbrella Academy, the Netflix series number 5, he's definitely an old soul in a young body, and I think is a very good fit for this fragrance. And then Patrick Dempsey's character on Grey's Anatomy, I think his name was like Dr. Dreamy, is an ideal silver fox type candidate, good fit for wearing this fragrance. Let's get some overall ratings. We'll check out the atomizer. Go ahead and put that on skin here. Really amazing atomizer, so no marks down on that one. Let that settle in for a minute, but overall the longevity and projection on this is moderate. I get anywhere between 4 and 6 hours longevity, and then projection is only for about an hour at an arm's length. So moderate in both of those categories, which is the only markdowns I have for this fragrance. I think presentation is amazing. Lalique usually does phenomenal work with their presentation. They are a glassware company, so they put a lot of effort into the glassware behind their fragrances. And yeah, so I would give this overall a rating 8 out of 10. As you can see from the juice level, it is a fragrance that I really enjoy reaching for, and like I said, it is a cheapie, so it's well worth the price point of right around $30. And like I said, it's a really great office fragrance and something that I don't mind carrying with me since it's cheap. I can just throw it in the car or wherever and reapply as I need to throughout the day. So beautiful fragrance, one of my favorites for the month of March because of that combination of sweetness and shaving foam sensation that you get out of this. So definitely check this one out if you haven't already, and let me know in the comments below what your thoughts on this one are if you have tried it, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.